Hey, Maria. Oh, Nicole, what's up? You never text me on what's up.
Can you send me $3,000 right now? I'm going on an overseas trip next week, but I'm short on spending money.
And wait, a trip?
Yeah, I want to enjoy it in style and buy tons of souvenirs, so I need at least $3,000 to be safe.
Hold on a second. This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Well, I'm telling you now, aren't I? It's not that complicated. You're my mother-in-law, so it's normal for you to support your daughter-in-law, right?
Support, you say?
That's right. My friends all get their entire trip paid for by their mother-in-law. They even get extra spending money and their souvenirs covered too.
Wow, those are some generous mother-in-laws. But
Huh? Don't tell me you're refusing.
No, it's not that. But asking for $3,000 out of nowhere is a bit much.
Why is it a problem? You're my mother-in-law.
Well, yeah, but it's not like I have money to throw around.
What? You're joking, right? You're seriously gonna be stingy about this?
Stingy? I mean, just think about it logically.
Wow, unbelievable. You're Scott's mom, and you can't even be considerate of your son's wife?
Hold on. Don't twist my words. I never said...
Yeah, whatever. So, we're good? You'll cover my trip?
What? The whole trip?
Yeah, if I book now, I can get a good deal. Flights and hotel together are around $5,000, so just wire me the money.
Oh, wait a second. No way, that's impossible.
Huh? You're seriously not even going to do that as my mother-in-law?
I mean, I don't think most people would.
That's just because you're not normal, Maria.
Excuse me?
Gosh, you're such a useless mother-in-law. Okay then, at the very least, you'll take care of my pet while I'm gone, okay?
Oh, wait. Pet?
Yeah, my adorable little dog. Just come over and take care of him every day for a week.
Hold on. You have a dog? This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, technically pets aren't allowed in my apartment, but whatever.
Wait, isn't that a problem?
Oh, don't sweat the details. Anyway, you're in charge of taking care of him. Oh, and cover his food and grooming costs too.
Wait, food and grooming?
Of course. If you're taking care of him, it's only natural for you to cover that much, right?
Hold on. So I'm just paying for everything?
No, that's not it. You get to spend time with my adorable dog, so really you should be thanking me.
What?
I mean, I'm giving you a chance to show some kindness, so you should be grateful.
No, that's a bit...
All right, it's settled. You're in charge while I'm gone. I'm off to enjoy my trip.
Nicole?
Mom, do you have a minute?
Scott? Of course, what's up?
I have to apologize to you about something. Mom, I'm sorry. Actually, about us living together, I don't think it's going to work out after all.
Huh? What do you mean? What happened?
Out of the blue, Nicole mentioned that living with you just wasn't an option for her.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess that happens sometimes.
At first, she said she'd think about it. But then yesterday, out of nowhere, she was like, that's impossible.
Well, to be honest, a lot of wives don't like the idea of living with their mother-in-law.
Yeah, but I'm the oldest son, and I'm building a house. It just made sense to have you live with us.
Scott, I really appreciate that you thought about me like that, but you don't have to force it.
Yeah, but this was my chance to do something for you. You've always been there for me. Even after Dad passed away, you worked so hard on your own.
You don't have to worry about that. I'm your mom. That's just what moms do.
But I want to do something to repay you for everything. And the fact that I can't even do that, it makes me feel useless.
Oh, don't say that. There's no need to feel down about it. Living together isn't the only way to show you care.
But, Mom, weren't you actually looking forward to it?
Well, maybe a little. I might have had some expectations, but more than that, I just want you two to be happy.
Still, aren't you lonely living alone?
Oh, come on. Don't start treating me like an old lady. Honestly, my life is pretty great right now.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Work is fun, and I actually enjoy chatting with the new hires. Plus, I've got Spanish classes on Saturdays and a gardening club on Sundays, so my schedule is packed.
Wow. Mama, you got a way busier life than I do.
So don't worry about me. What really matters is that you and Nicole build a happy home together.
Yeah, hearing that actually makes me feel a lot better.
I'm glad to hear that. But you know, Scott,
Yeah?
being a good son doesn't just mean living together.
Huh?
Just stopping by to see me sometimes, staying happy and healthy, that alone is more than enough for me.
Mom, thanks. I'll make sure to keep in touch from now on.
Yeah, that's all I need, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Maria, good evening.
Oh, Nicole, good evening.
I'm sure you've already heard from him, but just so we're clear, I am not living with you. The thought alone makes me sick. Spending my newlywed life with my mother-in-law? No way, that's insane.
Yes, Scott already told me. I understand your decision completely. So please enjoy your new home and your life together.
Huh? And what's with that act? You're totally disappointed, aren't you?
No, not at all. Honestly, I think the most important thing is for you two to focus on building your own life together.
Oh, wow. Talking down to me now? Saying focus on building your life like you're so wise? But deep down, you're just bitter and lonely, right?
That's not my intention. I just genuinely believe you should put yourselves first.
Seriously, come on now. You're totally upset, but you're trying to act all noble, and it's so annoying.
Oh? So you want to believe I'm upset? But really, I'm not.
Well, you should just admit it. It'd be so much more satisfying if you did. Besides, it was never even an option to begin with. Who in their right mind would ever want to live with a mother-in-law like you?
Well, I'm not upset or anything, but I do wonder why you're so against it. Would you mind telling me your reason?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? You've never done anything for us, so we don't owe you anything either.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean, think about it. You're stingy and never do anything for us. My friends all get tons of clothes, bags, even vacations, all paid for by their mother-in-law.
Wow, those are some generous women.
Exactly. They all have amazing mothers-in-law and are so lucky. They get designer bags, overseas trips. It's completely normal.
That's quite a lavish lifestyle.
But you? You haven't given me anything since I married Scott.
Well, I'm just an ordinary person, and I thought it was best not to interfere too much in my son's marriage. I figured giving gifts might make things uncomfortable, so I avoided it.
Excuses, excuses. That's just pathetic.
That's not. I wasn't making excuses.
When we told you we were building a house, you didn't do anything then either. My parents are giving us $200,000 to help out, you know.
Wait, seriously?
Of course. My family's amazing. My dad runs a company with an annual revenue of $30 million. For his precious daughter, dropping that kind of money is nothing.
Wow, that's impressive. Your family has always been pretty incredible.
Meanwhile, you haven't given us a single cent. Why would I ever live with a mother-in-law who brings nothing to the table? You're just a broke old woman.
Compared to your family, I guess an ordinary person like me must seem poor. I'm sorry I couldn't meet your expectations when it comes to gifts or money. But I do wish you both the best in your new life together.
I don't need some broke person wishing me luck. You're seriously the most annoying woman ever. Anyway, we are not living together. And even after the house is built, you're not welcome.
Wait, I can't even visit?
Of course not. Since you're not giving us anything, I'm not letting you step foot inside.
Mom, I've got some great news, so I had to text you. Our new house is finally finished. You've always been there for me, so I wanted to tell you right away. We're officially moving in tomorrow. We're finally starting our new life in our dream home.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. You finally have your own home. All your hard work paid off. I'm really happy for you. I bet getting everything ready was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, but because of that, the house turned out perfect. We were super picky about the layout and all the features. I made sure to include everything Nicole wanted too. The kitchen is exactly how she imagined it. She was practically bouncing off the walls when it was finished.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. If she loves it, that's the most important thing. A home should be a place where you want to live, after all. It's your dream home. Of course, you're excited. A new chapter in life. I bet you're looking forward to it.
Exactly. Oh, and we went all out on the backyard too. We even built a wooden deck. I was thinking it'd be nice if you could come over and relax with some tea there. So Mom, I'd really love for you to come visit our new home. I want you to see it with your own eyes.
Wait, really? Are you sure it's okay for me to come over? I feel a little hesitant about visiting your new place.
Of course, it's totally fine. Mom, you don't have to hold back. Since it's a special occasion, how about next Sunday?
I'm free, but are you really sure? And does Nicole really want me to come?
No worries there. She's been so hyped about the new house that she's inviting people over every day. I'm sure she'll be fine with you coming too. Besides, if you bring a little housewarming gift, Nicole will probably be thrilled to have you.
You think so? I just don't want to be a bother.
Mom, you're overthinking it. It's completely normal to invite family over to see a new home, and I really want you to come.
All right then, I'll take you up on that offer.
Yes. Okay, Sunday it is. I'll be waiting.
All right, but make sure you let Nicole know in advance.
Of course. Take care on your way over.
Wow, Maria, you really are something else. You knew I didn't like you, and yet you actually showed up. I have to say, I didn't expect you to be this shameless. Normally people take the hint and leave, but nope, not you. And that's exactly why you're now covered in wine.
I brought a gift. I picked it out so carefully, and this is how you treat me? How could you do something so awful? This is beyond rude. Nicole, this is too much. This isn't just some prank.
Oh, shut up. Quit acting like a victim. You invited yourself into my house in the first place.
Invited myself? I was personally invited. Scott asked me to come, and even though I was hesitant, I came for him.
Oh, whatever. But you didn't ask me for permission, did you? I never said you could come. Scott just decided on his own. I had no say in it.
What? That's not what I was told.
Anyway, the look on your face when I poured that wine on you was priceless. I swear I couldn't stop laughing. You looked so pathetic. I don't think I've ever seen anything funnier.
Nicole, you really have no sense of decency. I didn't come here to be humiliated like this, and yet here you are laughing about it.
Oh, please. Like I wanted to get some cheap little housewarming gift from you. Speaking of which, what is this wine? Something you grabbed off the bargain shelf at the grocery store? Did you really think you could bribe me with this? Let me guess. You were hoping to butter me up so that eventually I'd let you move in, right?
That's ridiculous. I showed up just because Scott asked me to check out his new place.
Oh, sure you did. Who do you think you're fooling? I bet the whole time you were thinking, if I start coming here more often, maybe I can convince them to let me live here. You just showed up like this, planning to slowly worm your way in, didn't you?
Excuse me?
You think I don't see through your little scheme? First, you try to get on my good side. Then one day you just casually drop, wouldn't it be nice if we lived together? Well, too bad. That little trick of yours won't work on me.
Whatever. I guess there's no point in talking anymore. You've already made up your mind about me, imagining me as this wicked, intrusive mother-in-law. Honestly, I'm exhausted.
Like I'd ever live with some broke old hag. Get out of my house now. No way am I living with some old woman.
In that case, you're the one who needs to leave.
What?
If you hate me so much, then why don't you pack up and go? This house It's in my name. I paid for everything. So there's no need for you to live here.
What? What are you talking about? This house belongs to us. My parents put $200,000 into it, but you didn't contribute a single cent.
Actually, it's the other way around.
Huh?
The ones who didn't put in a cent are your parents. Your amazing dad? Yeah, he didn't pay a dime.
What? What are you saying? My parents promised they would pay.
Oh, but your family's company is on the verge of bankruptcy, isn't it?
What? Are you saying that my dad's company is going bankrupt?
They've been behind on payments to their suppliers, and I hear employee salaries have been getting delayed too.
Wait a second. Where are you even getting this from? I don't know anything about that. Stop making up random lies.
Oh? Everything I just said? Scott told me all of it. He actually wanted to keep it a secret from you, but oh well.
What?
With things like that, giving $200,000 to their daughter's family was, well, nearly impossible. But by then, the house plans were already finalized, and construction was just about to start. Canceling wasn't an option anymore, so your parents and Scott came to me begging for help.
What? My parents begged you?
Oh yes, they actually did that.
No way. My parents? My dad, the most prideful man on earth, actually begged you?
That's right. He used to look down on me just like you do, saying things like, I don't want Nicole marrying some commoner's son, but she insisted. Just because we're in-laws now doesn't mean you can act all high and mighty. Funny, huh?
Oh well.
Those two were literally begging me. They said we don't want our daughter to be disappointed, so I had no choice but to help. I covered the entire $200,000 on behalf of your parents.
No way. Was I the only one who didn't know about this?
They made me promise not to tell you. They begged me, saying they didn't want you to worry. They even told me not to say anything about the company.
You've got to be kidding me.
But after getting a glass of wine thrown at me, I don't see any reason to keep quiet anymore.
Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense.
Oh? And what exactly doesn't make sense? If you don't believe me about your dad's company, why don't you ask your parents yourself?
As if I need you to tell me that. I'll call them right away after this. But even if my family's business was about to go under, why the hell would you have that much money to help us?
Oh, about that.
Because you're just a plain old broke woman. You've never given me a gift or helped me out, not even once. There's no way someone like you could afford to hand out $200,000 in aid.
My late husband left behind a decent inheritance.
What?
As long as I live modestly, it's enough for me and my son to get by. But I wanted to save as much as possible for Scott, so I never touched the money and just lived frugally.
Wait, seriously?
That's why covering $200,000 was no big deal for me. But if I handed over that much in cash, there'd be all sorts of tax issues. So instead, I put everything under my name, and I covered all the construction costs up front.
What?
Then I just deduct the $200,000 from the total and collect the rest as rent. That was the easiest way to handle it.
Hold on a second. So this brand new house, does that mean it's completely yours?
That's right. The land, the building, everything is under my name. That's why I told you, get out of my house.
No way.
I can't exactly rent to someone who dumped wine on my head, can I?
Wait, please just listen. That was just a joke.
A joke? Pouring wine on someone's head is a joke? Is that what rich girls are taught? That is just a joke?
I'm sorry. I didn't even know anything about my dad's company. I never thought things would end up like this.
You don't need to apologize anymore. It's way too late.
What?
You should start looking for a new place by tomorrow.
No, this can't be happening. I finally got my dream brand new house. I bragged about it to my friends every day. I posted it all over Instagram. I refuse to leave.
Then how about buying it from me right now? The total cost, including land and construction, is $700,000.
There's no way I have that kind of money. I've never even had a real job, and whatever I need is something my dad always paid for it.
Well, you can't rely on Daddy anymore, can you?
Please, just give me one more chance. I'll be more careful from now on. I'll even get along with you.
I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. Pack your things and leave the house immediately.
No way.
Goodbye, Nicole. Good luck finding a new place.
Nicole was so disrespectful to you, Mom. I'm really sorry. So I need to ask you something. We really do have to leave this house, right?
Obviously. Nicole isn't the only one responsible for this mess. You hold just as much responsibility, Scott.
What? Me too?
That's right. You're Nicole's husband, the head of this household. Why didn't you do anything? You stood there and watched while she dumped wine on my head.
Well, it all happened so fast I didn't know what to do.
So what? You had no choice but to stand there and do nothing? Even after she humiliated me like that, you couldn't say a word? And that's not all. Wasn't Nicole against me visiting from the very beginning? I only went there because you told me it'll be fine. But what actually happened? I never imagined I'd be treated like this. Did it never occur to you that this could happen? Not even for a second. Did you think you might be responsible too?
Well, I do think I was wrong, but I honestly never thought it would turn out like this.
Then both of you should leave. You're her husband. You share the responsibility.
What?
Who let things get this out of control? In the end, you were too soft on Nicole too.
Yeah, you're right. I never did anything to fix the way Nicole treated you, and trying to build a house relying on financial aid was a mistake too. I was just depending on you, Mom. I'm sorry.
From now on, build a new life on your own.
Yeah, I understand. I'm really sorry.
I'll be rooting for you. Stop depending on others. You and Nicole need to step up as a couple.
Maria, what's going on? I refuse. I absolutely refuse. We're really in trouble right now. I'll apologize for everything. Just give us the house, please.
Oh my, Nicole. Why are you suddenly so desperate?
Maria, please. Reconsider the house situation. I swear I'll never be mean again. I've changed.
Oh, that's quite the attitude change.
Well, I can't even go back to my parents' house. If we're kicked out, we have nowhere to live.
What?
Actually, my family's business really went bankrupt. Now my parents are saying they're short on cash and want to stay with us for a while. They're begging us to take them in.
Oh my, is that so? That must be tough.
But we were already kicked out of the brand new house. I explained to my parents that we got booted because I made you angry and they just lost it. They shouted at me saying, after all we've done for you, you owe us. If I don't find a place where they can live right now, I'm screwed.
Well, I hope you can find a house big enough for 4 adults.
Oh, don't be so cold. At this rate, my parents will end up homeless too. But if you just let us rent the new house, everything will be solved.
I'll have to decline that offer.
No way. Now my parents are saying, figure something out and find us a place to live. They were always so kind. They never even got mad at me before.
Oh my, and you were so close with them too.
Please, I'll do anything. I'm begging you. We'll pay the rent properly, I swear. Just let us rent the house.
Oh, there's no need for that. I can imagine you'd find it pretty annoying to have to beg a poor commoner like me, wouldn't you?
Listen, I'm really sorry for calling you a poor commoner. That was just a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. As a lowly commoner, I guess I just don't get your sense of humor. And honestly, no matter how much you beg now, I don't see why I should rent my house to someone who dumped wine on my head.
Then I'll dump wine on myself too. That way we'll be even and you'll forgive me, right? I really regret what I did.
Oh, don't do something so ridiculous. Don't waste food. Do you really think that's enough to fix this?
Then what am I supposed to do? I'm seriously in trouble. If this keeps up, I'll have nowhere to go. I'm not joking, I'll end up homeless. My dad's business went under and now they're flat broke. We're drowning in debt and my family is completely ruined.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but it has nothing to do with me. This is the consequence of your own actions, isn't it?
Oh, come on, that's just too harsh. I mean, I'm your son's wife, Maria. Even if it's just by marriage, I'm still family, aren't I? And my parents are your in-laws. So shouldn't family help each other out?
But didn't your parents say something like this to me? They said just because you're family now doesn't mean you can act all high and mighty.
Well, that's...
I still remember how your parents looked down on me, and you have been mocking me this whole time too. So tell me, why should I help people like that? I'll continue keeping a proper distance from you all. That's exactly the kind of relationship your parents wanted, wasn't it? So make sure you pack your things and leave by tomorrow.
Hold on. Can you just think about it again? I was such an idiot. I'll apologize for everything I've done. Just please, don't abandon me. At least give me a little more time.
If you're truly sorry, then you should leave immediately. As long as you keep relying on others, nothing will ever change. Instead of depending on people forever, why don't you try standing on your own for once? Well, if you still believe someone will save you even in this situation, I have to admit, that's some impressive optimism. It's not my concern anymore, but wherever you go, I hope you learn to stand on your own. Well then, take care. And please, stay out of my life. After that, as soon as I put the house up for sale, I found a buyer much faster than expected, so I managed to avoid any major losses. As for Scott and Nicole, they started their new life as a couple in a tiny studio apartment. Well, this time, they claim they'll save up properly so they can build a house on their own someday. Maybe now they finally understand just how difficult that actually is. Nicole, of course, can't afford her usual luxuries anymore, so she's working multiple part-time jobs. Her parents also moved into an apartment right next door. Even though they always called others poor, now they're mooching off their own daughter. And on every payday, they yell, "Pay us back for raising you," and take most of the money she earns. She always used to gripe about me not lending a hand, but now look at her. Everyone's asking her for help. How ironic. I'll never have to deal with them again. And from now on, I'm going to enjoy my new life. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.